Go.
Hi, my name is David Nikki, and then um,
I'm Juan
we,
Sarias.
yeah, and we worked on the game called Trouble, and we honestly chose this game because it was very simple and straightforward game. It, you know, it can be executed properly just with a little bit of coding experience, which we learned through this class. It's also a game that we all played as kids and we fully understand. And so how we set up this game as we have right here a development hierarchy. Um, we use the interface and navigation. We initialize the game configuration, and then uh, we also use the core game. Like we had core game mechanics, and then we obviously had the file inputs and outputs, and then we have an image right here of pretty much our hierarchy and how it ran. Like starting off with the main function, obviously. And the game setup pretty much consists of four players. It's blue, red, green, and yellow. And each player has four pawns. And you pretty much just try to win the game by, well, actually, first of all, you have to roll a six to get out of the pawn. Yeah, you have to roll a six to get out of the pawn and then move clockwise around the board. And then you just need the exact number on your dice to roll to win the track. And then it's just the first player to get all four pawns wins the track. Uh, so this game could be ran with 2 to 4 players, and you can, exit at any time by clicking Q to quit, or just save if you want to play later by clicking S. And if you want to keep playing, you actually just continue, press Enter to continue. And then these are just some examples of some inputs that we had. So if you clicked one in the beginning, you would view the instructions first and then start the game. Or you could click enter and start the game immediately. And then this is another example right here. Example two, where it's just, player B's turn, he rolls a six, and then he gets to move out of the pawn. And then example three is just a player saving. He clicked S and then it's saved to game.txt or game.txt. And then this is actually the output down here is actually what the code looks like. Like this is the game board itself, these little like circles. And then down here is just another output of, a player actually winning the game. And then a brief description of the code. We pretty much just set up a board, like the 2D structure as you saw above with the little like circles. And we use the main track, start track, one track, all to have the coordinates of the game board itself. And the pretty much the core functions was the roll dice function, which we use to um, you know have a dice complete like roll completely randomly, and we actually use the random dot radiant so it can completely randomize it. We also did the display board so it could actually show the game board in the game, and we did the display instructions, which just printed the rules of the game pretty much, and then the move pawn just handled the logic for moving the pawns in the game, and that's pretty much like the background of the game that we built.
Now I'm gonna quickly show the code itself. So here we have, if you press here, you will start the code and it will display the instructions if you press one. So here's the game rules, and
It's
then
not
the
it,
user.
it's not showing the code.
So as I was saying, the code will output the instructions if you press one. Then you will be able to select how many players, and then the game will begin. You will press enter, and you will be able to, if I get a six, yeah, move your pawn and continue that. Like it goes to the next player and until the pawns go into the middle and the player wins. And if you want to save it, you press S and it'll save it to this file. So So yeah, and you can also quit by pressing Q. We have we have try except, we have try except, we have a doc string, we have if else statements, at least three functions, and we have loops, and we have a file input, and we also added a random function to imitate a dice. So that was something that we did not cover in the lectures. And I think that's it. Yeah. So that's the game.